So I'm continuing to talk about my Bangha experience, and I was talking about my paying attention to the sensation within my body, and moving the point of sensation from the left hand to the right, or bouncing back and forth and around, and that energy flow start to accelerate on its own, not my will. At the beginning I was playful, and then it started to just move on, and then the whole body was shaking and the energy is taking all over the place. Except at the top of the head, because I think there may be a disconnect of the mind if I look at the situation right now, because there's a nature's way, there's artificial mind way, and this artificial mind may still retain that sanity, if you call that as a sanity, that they can think. So when it's going on, and I could still see, and then the time is passing, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I cannot tell. The time was not in my interest, but just the surprise and energy building, and it's coming up all the body. I called it the earth shuddering experience, and that's in my note that I mentioned. There's 20 pages, whatever the number of pages that I wrote after I finished 10 days, because I want to capture everything for my own sake, and also for me not to forget, because that is the precious time, that energy and everything I experience, that I don't want to lose, because the mind is such that we lose all the memories after a while. So I wrote all of that, and that's the experience of this Bangha. I didn't know if that was Bangha, because there's no way of knowing what that was, but it was only explained by Goenka, and that he said this is so attractive and sweet that you have to be careful not to be too engaging yourself or some such thing, because if you look for that kind of experience whenever you come back to Vipassana, I think his word is Maya's crow or something, that is danger of the desire overtaking, whereas you are to have the samadhi state, to let things happen on its own, the nature's way. And that's what was the nature's way, building up the energy which was suppressed or unknown, untouched, to be opened up because of this stimulation and all the effort. And finally the breakthrough happened. And when it happened, the energy is just like cells to cells communicating each other, that this is the happy state, that finally the suppression coming from the mind is gone, because my mind is empty, and my mind is empty. There's no self. You're just the observer, and what is observed is the nature's way, expressing what it can do. And that's awakening. So my body was bouncing, liberating, what's the word, a little bit jumping around, and I was concerned other people. And I could still, and then it started still going on, and I could hear a person moving out of the door on the left side, the man, because he had enough of the sitting, and in certain session, you shouldn't move. In certain other session, you can move. So this is afternoon session, and maybe many people didn't come for this session, but did the meditation in their own room. Maybe half of us was there, and I was one of the determined one to keep coming back at 4:30 all the way through. Yeah, that's what I did. And that instant happened. And I couldn't tell the time, how long it took to when it started to settle down, because this energy is so engaging and amazing. Well, actually, this is the first time I'm talking to the video about this, so it's kind of interesting, if I can explain well. That situation start to dissipate its energy. And then, in the meantime, I thought, I hope this would not stop me from being in this state, because this is afternoon meditation, and when the meditation time is over, there's a ring, gong. And I hope that doesn't happen because I'm so in the middle of this excitement. And it didn't happen, but gradually it started to slow down. And I'm still breathing, alive. And that's what happened. I could sense the person sitting in behind me. I knew he was there, and a few people in the back. I wondered if they noticed. But it doesn't matter. We don't talk each other, look each other's eyes, and we just go out. And that's what happened. This is on the 10th day. I think I talked to the person in the back briefly. And he told me that, not mentioning about this incident, but he told me that I was really dedicated, was his sense that I had. Yes, I was dedicated and determined. So that is the experience of Bangha, awakening, or Satori if you want to call that. It doesn't matter what the word is. Without the experience, the word doesn't mean anything, but it's like a liberating sense. So let me stop here.